Hey everyone, we're going to have a bit of a Huda party today. Huda Beauty. I've never really used Huda Beauty's stuff before, but when I saw this, I just drooled. When I saw this new rose gold textured eyeshadow palette, my eyeballs just popped out of my head. I also have today on wearing the Huda Beauty lip contour set. I have that on right now. I'm going to show you about those too. So this is a very controversial palette. A lot of people have bought it. A lot of people have tried it on. A lot of people have returned it. A lot of people have not liked it. The verdict is I found this to be quite a lovely, lovely palette. I know that's going against everybody else and going against the grain, but I'm not finding a lot wrong with this palette. Let me swatch these and show you, and I will show you the texture and the quality of them, and I'll show you how I applied today's eye. Okay, first of all of these mattes. We have mattes, we have some sort of, I would call them satins or shimmers. There's one here, Moon Dust, and then there's one here that's called Angelic. I really like that. The rest of these, right down here, are a different sort of chunky glitter than what you've ever really experienced before. They are very unusual feeling. They are that chunky glitter that can go into a foil. There's not really pieces of glitter. It's more like chunks of foil. And you can foil them by really, really rubbing with your finger. I would suggest applying these glitter ones with your finger. Really rub into them, really get a layer on your finger, and then start dabbing on your lid. I would not recommend trying to use these with a brush at all. They will not go on any of my brushes that I have, even my very best ones. You also need to be careful when you are putting these on your lid, these glitters, that you do not put on too much, or you will get a thick sort of a crust and you'll have to pick some of that off. That happened to me today. Now when I show you the walkthrough of how I did my eyes today, I complained a lot about the palette and about the textures, but once I got finished and I started to see just how beautiful they were on, and I had my liner on and my lashes and everything else, I absolutely fell in love with this palette. So the glitters that are along the top, I will swatch those. They take some working with. Yes, they do. The color called Dubai is absolutely gorgeous. Now what I mean by they take some working with is they may not go on as evenly as that the first time you put them on. They may be a little chunky. They have a greasy or a creamy feel to them. A lot of sort of chunky glitter eyeshadows that are in palettes will have a sort of greasy feel, but this is beyond that. This almost feels like it has a little bit of some kind of oil in it or cream in it that makes it feel moisture and probably holds the little foil chunks together better. It is a little greasier than any other chunky glitter I've ever encountered. Next color we have is called Fling. It is absolutely gorgeous. That one foils very easily. That one is a smooth one. It's not the chunky glitter. It's more of just a glitter or a glimmer or a shimmer. Next is called 24K, and it is a green gold. This one is another one where you now you can see I put it on pretty heavy, but you can still see that there are little spots where there's not any coverage. That one you kind of have to work around, fill in those spots, etc. Not terrible. It's not, 30 minutes of filling in, but yes, you do have to work with that one a little bit. Next is Rose Gold. That's another one you have to work with, and that is what I have on my lids today. I would not recommend putting these on your lid or on any part of your eye on top of the mattes because they don't stick. Anyway, here's the Rose Gold. It is a bit chunky. This is one where you have to work. I did have to put some layers on up here. You will see as I'm touching these and getting them really foily on my finger, I'm using up a lot of the product. So you seem to need to really, kind of dig them up to get them on. I'm still in love with the palette though. I mean, these colors are just astronomically gorgeous, and that's what draws me to this. Next is Trust Fund. Trust Fund is another difficult one. It is a copper. It is another one that you're going to have to layer and work with and move around. And next is Angelic. I love Angelic. It is absolutely gorgeous. It is Angelic. Look at the gold shift on that. It is beautiful. I'm going to use that as a lid color next time I do something with this palette. Next we have Blessed. Blessed is trying to be one of the glitters, but it is just, it's kind of in between a shimmer and one of those chunky glitters. Next we get into the mattes. We have the color called Bossy, and let me tell you right now, the mattes are not dry. So a lot of the complaints have been that the mattes are dry, chalky, gritty, sandy feeling. I'm not feeling that. Yes, they are a little dry. This next one called Flamingo has a gritty feeling to it. I'm not seeing any grit as I put it on my hand. But yes, they are a little dry, but they're not hard dry. They go on with a brush is what I'm saying. Next is Shy. Shy it's right here. Good pigment on all of these mattes. Next we have Bay, which is just a sort of a vanilla, you know, your standard vanilla matte that's in a palette. Then we have Moon Dust right there. On the bottom row, we have Black Truffle, you know, your standard matte black that's in just about every palette. Right there. Then you have Suede. Suede is beautiful. Go. There's Suede. Then we have a color called Maneater, and it is a red. I mean, they feel dry like a matte. They're not a creamy matte. They're just a regular matte. They're not super dry and annoying. Then we have Henna and Sandalwood. Sandalwood is a really good contouring and crease color. It's right there. So look at those colors. I mean, those are just my colors. I love burgundy, I love gold, magenta, I love all of that. Wine colors, I love all of them. I love all of them. I love this palette. I'm sorry that so many people are disappointed in it, but I think it's great. I didn't have any problem applying any of these mattes with a brush. They went right on a brush. They went on very evenly. You know, I just am really happy with this palette. So let me show you how I did my eyes today. Okay, first of all, I'm going to go into the color called Sandalwood. It's a nice caramel color transition. It's a matte. I'm going to be very, very watchful of these shades because so many people have said they are so dry, etc. I'm going to see how they blend. I'm going to see how they move. Okay, Sandalwood is going on well. Next, I'm going to use the color called Bossy. It is right here. It's going to be my crease as well, concentrating more on the inner part of my crease than. Okay, it's doing very well, going on very nicely. I'm going to go ahead and put the color called Moon Dust up in my highlight area. Oh, that's nice. Wow. Okay, now taking the color called Cocoa, which is a dark brown burgundy, I'm going to do my outer corner. That one's beautiful. Nothing wrong with that one. Once again, this is a matte. Now I'm going to blend these colors sort of more together in preparation for my lid color. Taking just a tiny bit of that sandalwood color, just barely dusting on my blending brush and putting a little more on the top there. Okay, now I'm going to tackle my lids. First of all, sort of inner part of my lid here, I'm going to put this color called Angelic. It is gorgeous. It's a satin. Beautiful again. Blends nicely. Okay, and now for the fun part, I'm going to attempt to put color called Rose Gold on my lid. And I'm going to do it with my finger. There it is, foiling on my finger to an extent. Okay, you see how patchy it goes on? And I thought I had a smooth application on my finger, but it's going on kind of still a little patchy. But I'm going to keep working it around to see if I can get it to go on foil-like, which it's mostly doing. And I'm going to blend down into that angelic color here, because I'm thinking it kind of looks strange with angelic being so far in. foil. Ugh, look how thick it is. It's like a crust. Look, it looks like my eyelid is made out of metal right there. It's like bending like a sheet of metal, and that's not good. It's not attractive. Okay, I scraped some of it off with my nail at the heaviest point in here. I'm gonna take a brush, and sort of try to make this area look a little better. Okay, that rose gold is not sticking at all on any brush that I have, so get right in this corner. I'm not liking how it's blending with that angelic. I'm trying to really get in that corner. This is my, my wonderful Urban Decay Moon Dust brush, which like picks up everything, but okay, that's better. That's a little better. Okay, so I shouldn't have put that angelic in the corner. That doesn't work out. I'm going to put the color called Shy just all along my bottom lash line. It is a matte dusty pink. It is actually quite smooth. Nicely pigmented, not dry. It's quite a bit pinker than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a little more dusty, a little more brownish. I'm going to go ahead and do Bossy. And putting Moon Dust again, which was my highlighter, gold highlighter color, in my very tear duct area corner here. Okay, so I love the palette. Sorry, but I just do. That's just my opinion. I think it's very workable. Everything blends together well. Yes, the glitters are a little hard to work with. Yes, when you're blending a glitter and a matte, the glitter is gonna sort of flake on top of the matte. You should probably blend the matte into the glitter. It takes a little work, but it's not anything that's, oh God, I can't stand it, I'm gonna throw this palette away, I'll never use this palette again. It's not like that at all. It's just, it's a very beautiful palette. The colors are outstanding. I'm so glad I got it. I'm keeping it. Next up, let me show you what I did with my lips today. This is a Huda Beauty lip contour kit. I got the nudes color, of course. Now, I'm loving this set so much that now I want to go back and get the pinks one. There's a pinks one, and then there's a deep sort of berries one. I want to get both of those, but I really want the pinks one. This set comes with a lip liner and 2 miniature liquid lipsticks. These are matte liquid lipsticks. They feel creamy though. They do set down into a matte. They do set up. They are not transferring. They don't feel drying at all. They feel very moisturizing. This has made me a big fan of Huda Beauty's liquid matte lipsticks. There are other shades in the full size on Sephora.com. I'm going to now have to get some more of them because I love this set so much. I love the set because of the fact that it comes with a liner. I am extremely lazy. I would hardly ever wear lip liner. I don't want to hunt around for a lip liner, line my lips, and then do lipstick. I'm in too big of a hurry, and I'm too lazy. So I love that this came with a liner. So the lip liner is called Trendsetter. What I did today was I lined my lips with this creamy, long-lasting, not hard at all lip liner. Very big fan. It's sort of a matte, not hard at all. Next color is also called Trendsetter. These are liquid mattes. So what it says to do in your instructions is to do a contour, and that's what I did today. I did sort of an ombre. I did the darker color on the outer corners, and then I did the lighter color in the middle. This is the darker color. It's called Trendsetters. I just like the feel of them. I'm not feeling dry at all, Sephora. So the other color is called Bombshell that you get in this set. It is more of a peach. It's more of a pink, actually. It's more of a mauve-y nude. A little bit more. A little bit lighter. So I did that in the center of my lips here. I'm just really happy with it. It's not going anywhere either. I mean, it's creamy in a way. It's not moussey, and you're not going to be able to move it around throughout the day. It doesn't transfer at all. But I feel like it's on there. I feel like it's not going to bleed. I feel like it's really on there. So I'm a big fan of these. I'm going to get more colors. Oh, so that's my controversial video about Huda Beauty. I have so much more to tell you about. I did get my giant Sephora box. It weighed a ton. It was so packed full. My next video is going to be about Viseart. I have a Viseart highlight and contour palette, and I have a Viseart eye palette. I'm going to do all of that for you. Also got Natasha Denona, and I also got the Buxom Stone Cold Babe set. I got so much to talk to you guys. I got so much to share, and more is coming, of course. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for joining me and listening to my controversial rant.